And we are alone. Okay, good. Add. I'm so slow. And get. Make sure it's working. It seems to be. Okay. Add. And it's done. Next place. Add. Yay. And. Doom. And. Find my mouse. Its tail. OBS. Seems to be working. I'm really slow today. It's been a while since I've been here, so forgive me. Now it's a bit too loud for me. Continue. I'll have to. Oh, it's really loud for me. Okay, what did we do last time? Yeah. We were looking for Ruby. Fuck. Go up. Hey.
You see, a once bright mural towering above you. A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now,
did we do
only the
this
shadow of peeled
last time?
letters remains. It says, "Tomorrow is just a whisper away."
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice.
Okay.
There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there, or in that boat shack, in that church tower maybe.
Why single out this one building?
Ooh, very high.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village.
Well, I'm sure she's here.
Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least. And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too. Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first. Like we
have done that.
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
Now listen to the wind again. Fine. Okay, I think we have to check on Egghead. On the coast. Fine. I have to do the Egghead in first, I think. Okay, let's check this place for you, my friend. Where did I get stuck? There's nothing here, just that. Look, nothing.
Yes?
Yep. Okay, Egghead. I'm stuck? What the fuck? Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, today it's -11 outside. Why it's suddenly so cold again? And tomorrow They said it's going to be minus 15 or more. Damn, that's cold. Oh yeah, you welcome Intel. Hello?
Yes, what is it?
No, we have to talk to Egghead again.
Bit close.
I did write down something. Okay. Let me just see what I did. Okay. Continue.
Hard, full car.
Say nothing.
Hard car.
Still say nothing.
Close as a mega.
Say
Trying to
nothing.
be coherent.
Still say nothing.
Car. All right. Yeah.
Say nothing.
Furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the church.
Hard car. Ah.
And next hiss.
The question is, what is the question? But there was no question.
Yeah, okay, 10. How the fuck am I supposed to do this?
Bit close. True. Hard, full car.
Say nothing.
Hard car.
Still say nothing.
Close as a mega.
Say
Trying to
nothing.
be coherent.
Still say nothing.
Car. All right. Yeah.
Say
He
nothing.
furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime.
Hard car.
So hardcore
Is it though?
it is.
What is it? I mean, really? No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
The skin on your back is crawling. For a second,
Did we
you
do
can't
it?
even hear the music anymore. There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, right next to the canal. Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Okay, Tis. We need him to help soon.
To the mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5? Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Fuck!
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Seems like it.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
Okay.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good people!
Good.
Wait, someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Everybody! Everybody!
Hmm.
Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the on-off for just a sec. For a special scheduled event.
Okay.
The on-off will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music.
Okay. Why are you
What's
worried?
wrong with it? I'm still in love with the hardcore. Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51.
51, okay.
Isn't something holding it back from being hyper? It's like it's only ultra.
I
Okay.
think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto, like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
Wow! Culture cut!
What?
For a moment, you almost think he's going to put his hand down, but that would be ludicrous.
I think you might be right, but how could it become hardcore then? I know it in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hardcore, how could anything be? What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
My head?
As your mind mind works, the beat recedes from your ears. You hear your own blood pulsing through your head, nourishing your thoughts with oxygen. The rhythm is familiar.
Am I going to die? Fuck, can I save? I cannot. Continue.
The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground have done so in vain. This is a core matter. The answer in the double kick that moves the milliliters through your mind. The dark thud is the source of all rhythm. The inspiration behind mathematics.
What the hell is going
The
on?
hardcore.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
I'm not sure what I'm doing.
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
Again.
The abstract shapes swelling in the foreground.
No, it's again.
The hardcore.
I know! So does mine!
Okay.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Okay.
no! This is the answer!
Okay.
Yeah!
Can... Shit, I didn't save. Okay, can I...
Alright!
Let's us save. Quick save. Again.
A hawthorn is the other real deck
Okay.
is empty.
Now.
Cables run hither and no,
Fuck.
that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things. Things like this.
Okay. Load. Again. Yes. We're going to do this. I've invested so much in this.
A
Fucking
hawthorn
tin.
step, the other real deck is empty.
Again.
Cables run hither. You know it in your lungs
Yeah.
where the pressure should vibrate. In your
What?
Thank you.
Wow, okay. We should start with the melody. But where would we get that stuff from? I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Nordic music. I'm just the party boy. I get the people going and say it's hardcore.
Okay.
he feels ashamed. He can't be of more service to the future of dance music.
Take the task. Again.
The young man.
Basically, what you need to find here is a tape with some banging music on it, so that Egghead could use it to remix Van Eyck's jam.
Don't we have something like that?
Maybe that street hawker across the pawn shop has got some tapes to sell. That's just an idea.
There is a hawthorn tree on Rue de Saint-Gislain, right next to the canal. A reel of magnetic tape is caught in its branches, like bronze ribbons blowing in the wind.
Right next to the canal.
Oh, I know! I know this! I can tell you where it is!
St. G is the boulevard before the canal bridge. The one that takes you to the Whirling in Rags and the industrial harbour. It's got the lanterns and the
I knew that! I could have said that!
Okay.
mosaic sidewalk.
But it's all blocked with that stupid traffic jam right now. Anyway,
Does it?
Take it
Anyway,
off.
That's all yours to figure out, Copman.
Fine. Did you get what you needed?
Yes, what is it? Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Uh,
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless. Of course it is.
Yeah!
oh my god.
Enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone
Something
ready?
going to happen?
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
born ready.
And he's just dancing.
Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. Not so stoically. His hand moves to the gun holster.
Why?
Suddenly, your palms are sweaty. The church seems cold and large. Somehow.
I'm ready.
5, 4, 3,
2, 1.
You disengaged.
No wind outside. No waves. No floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls.
Is something going to break down?
In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind.
Oh my god.
Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It will devour everything.
The fuck?
The floorboards, the glass, the streets and the people. Nothing will remain.
Guys, what's going on?
Oh no.
It's getting louder.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
Wait, the picture, it's glowing? The lands are glowing?
In his mind, a tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. He's peaking, the worst high he's ever been on.
The beauty and the beat!
Oh my god.
Future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
Okay, it's going to explode?
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down. No, the roof!
Fuck.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to earth! Love!
No, Egghead, run!
Below it, all the base grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all.
Fuck.
A great pulse arises.
Are we going to die? Fuck this if we will die.
That's it. I'm muting it.
Oh! I want to feel the heat with somebody!
I'm taking the risk.
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you?
Yes, I've turned it off! Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here. It's...
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
It's in the desk!
And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore.
Did I make a mistake?
You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I
She
think
didn't
you use it.
record it?
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Okay.
It was very hard not to. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again. It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically, I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway. Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters.
Okay.
Meet Sulispov. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway.
That's the best she can manage for Andre. It's quite a lot in truth. For her, at least.
Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Yes. And we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
You have an explanation for all this. Somewhere deep in you. You just don't have the pieces yet.
Okay.
You don't know enough about the world. But that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, could put it together.
Okay. Let's continue, Kim. We are done here. I would have get so angry if we died. Fine, yeah, but first... Keep searching the coast. Fine. Coast, coast, coast. I don't think there's anything here, Kim. Yeah, we cannot go that way anymore. Run, Kim, run. Okay. Oh, we should save before we save. Yeah. Just in case, you know. And run here. Oh my god. Okay. Do, 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 do. Please. Okay, run. Right here. Is this enough? Let's go ask the wind again. Yep. Let's return, Kim. We have run around. Go. God damn, we went past. Fine, fine. Can go this way. What am I even having in my hands? Oh my god. Thank you. I think we are supposed to get up there. Quick save again. Ask again.
The once bright mural towers above you. Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs. She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
What?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs, and then the beach below the boardwalk, its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
She's down there.
What?
Okay. Why? Good, good. Yes. Cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there?
Yeah, I call it my gut feeling.
So how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
Oh well, oh wait. Forget that. I think I'm going to die if I use that spot. You see? Can we use that?
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the fell building? Your eyes slowly
Fuck.
begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either. However,
Fine.
the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around.
The lieutenant's face lights up. He doesn't usually notice these little things.
Elena.
And it's right here. A maintenance door.
Oh yeah, big boy time. This needs you to put your back into it.
Oh fuck.
You and the lieutenant lean all your weight into pushing the doors apart, but you're not quite synchronizing your efforts. They slam shut again before you can enter.
Let's take a breather and try this again later.
Yeah, okay.
It's very tough.
Physical instrument, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Okay, let's do it again.
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door. It looks too exhausting to even try. You'd only bloody your fingers on the rust. An ordinary drainage pipe. As your eyes adjust, you see some trash. Crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side. And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe.
Fine, I should have saved before I did that fucking hair. Okay, we will save now. Save came. Yep. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Kim. Look how I will die.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180? Not to mention that the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead, what if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
Teleportation is not a thing. This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics.
I know.
Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
So, what happens if this works?
On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. Because
Yeah, I
you're
know.
standing there squeezing your buttons and nothing is happening. The lieutenant looks at you with that. I know you're thinking the stupid thing. Look, as you grow tired of clenching your buttocks and give up.
Buttocks.
The rusty ladder leads to the rooftop.
I cannot
In
climb.
addition, the first rung is going to be not to what if
Fine.
astral projection.
Let's not climb then. Can we use this now? Just fine. Nope.
Behind the pipe.
Why is it locked?
Lieutenant's door, rusted
I see.
and ordinary as your eyes and nothing. Broken glass from
I fucked up, didn't I? Okay. Load. So. Let's see. Doo-doo. Ask again.
once bright mural towers above you, saying suddenly, in
Thank you.
smooth,
She's down there.
Yeah.
Okay. Why? Good, good. Yes. Cold spells. So basically your hand.
Gut feeling.
finally, my time to shine.
Perhaps you can.
Okay, Kim. Okay. And now we quick save and do this. Okay.
Pipe peeks out from your eyes slowly.
Speed
The
run.
lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
We did this already.
Give, however,
The lieutenant.
and it's right.
Oh yeah, big boy time. This needs you to put
Please,
your back
work.
into it. You and the lieutenant lead.
Let's take a breather and try this again later. It's
Okay. Do it again. Until it works. I'm not going anywhere before it's done. Speedrun again. Yep. Oh wait, I can change. No, could this help? Huh. Wait, I think this would. Strength. Yeah. What the fuck?
As you fold your fingers into a fist, you realize you could knock anyone out with one punch. The
Why am
white
I
ceramic gloves wrap around your digits.
going on like that?
Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away. As the plates reorient to your motions, the hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and voluptuous, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step.
We're shaking
Just
tail.
imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that. Even, remember, this is a highly
Okay.
specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it. Observe its properties. See if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you have to fight someone covered in the same material.
Okay, now quick save again. So I don't have to go again with that one. Okay, Kim.
Hold pipe. Your
Let's do
eyes
this again.
slowly begin. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
I see. And given, however,
The lieutenant's.
and it's right.
Oh yeah. Big boy.
Please work this
This
time.
needs you to put your back into it. You and the lieutenant lean all your weight into pushing
Let's take.
an ordinary as your eye and nothing.
Fine. Let's go and have a walk. What did the boys need? Okay, what if I...
rusty.
Yeah, that doesn't look good.
Yeah.
The distant, in addition, the first rung, not to mention, what if...
Speedrun.
Yeah, because falling from that height seems... The distances between the remaining rungs are, in addition, the first, not to mention, what
Fine.
if we can... Astral... Yeah, because falling from that...
Teleportation is not a thing. He's really... Oh yeah.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you, right? On second thought, because you're just standing there squeezing your buttons. The distant...
Yeah.
Okay, what if you...
Oh.
Yeah, because falling from...
Fine, okay, let's go and get the tape. The boys. Can we do this yet?
Behind the pipe,
Locked.
the maintenance door.
Let me try once again. Fuck this shit. I hate it. I hate it so much.
An old pipe peeks your eyes. The lieutenant looks over your shoulder and ordinary as your eyes adjust. And
Given, however, the and it's right.
oh yeah, big boy time.
Please
This
work,
needs
fucking
you to
bastard.
get back into it. You and the lieutenant,
I...
an ordinary,
Fine.
and nothing.
Okay, Kim. Let's go get the tape. For the boys. Then we try again. I don't have any more skill points. Wait, I need physical instruments. Huh? Where are my points? Did I lose them? Do I have? Interfacing. Oh! Use that. That's -2. Dun dun. Painfully sword. No. No, 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 no. Okay, let's get the tape. Central again. Okay. Get the tape. All the boys. Dun, 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 dun. You can do this, Kim. I think the tape was here. Whoop. Damn. Can I not? Okay. No. Okay, let me just see. Canal? I don't know why I should. Okay. Did he have more tapes? Why do I have a feeling I saw a tape somewhere? Yeah, it's not here. Let's go. Do I have to buy it? Let's see.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
No, no, no.
All the old book.
Where the fuck have I seen one? Seriously. No, I have. Let's look a while and then go back.
An old East Delta Commerce Center. This must be the name of the... Whatever she says, it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and... Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner. There's a light buzz as you press
Fuck
the doorbell,
the noise.
waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom. There's the static again, whispering like a seashell pressed against the air.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order? My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
It's you. My God.
Who's that?
I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Michelle, just please.
But with Harry.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Is this some kind of joke? The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean. It's so nice.
Well, if you like it.
It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you. She tries again
Oh.
not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this. Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time, but the recording is still going.
I keep listening.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds. No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head.
For 300 years I have been here, volatile and luminous, made of sodium and rain.
Oh no.
If you want me, you can find me on the beach. Dans la dernière balle.
So... it was a recording trapped in the circuitry from some ancient tenant. This sometimes happens. Shall we conclude here? We have other mysteries to solve. I don't have time to explain it to you right now. Maybe sometime later. Don't take this the wrong way, but during our short stint working together, something weird is almost always happening to you.
That is true.
Okay, let's check here before we go. Nope, nope, nope. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, we got stuck. Let me just... Yeah. understand. I know I've seen it somewhere. I just... Okay, one last place and then we try and continue.
The door is closed again. Nothing to do here anymore. You hear someone inside, walking from room to room. Whoever lives here must be back home.
Fine. Okay, Kim, let's go. Eeh. We have a job to do. Hey, it's that a bird? I think it is. Just don't know what bird it is. The thing is, I don't really know birds' names in English. Huh. Okay, let's go see. If we can. Save game. Yep. Fine. So Kim, how many times do you think we have to do this? Wait, let's just... No, there's nothing here. Fuck! Go up the stairs. Thank you very much. And go there. Down, down, down. Got stuck again. Okay, Kim. We did not find the damn tape. Because my memory is rubbish. Oh, no. Okay. Quick save. Can we do it now?
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door.
It's still locked.
Rusted shut and half sunken in sand.
I see. Another stop on your crusade against narcomania. I was hoping we were in pursuit of a murder suspect.
Fine. How are we going to do this then? I don't have enough. We have empty. Logic. No. Nope. And how it's with this one? Okay. What does it say now?
Behind the pipe, the maintenance door.
Fine. Fucking fine.
A rusty lamp.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
The distance, in addition.
Do this
the
again.
First run, not to me. What if you astro? Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well.
Teleportation is not a thing. Okay.
What's that? Teleportation, Mikhail. It's generally thought impossible.
Oh yes, it could hurt a lot.
He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now.
Please work.
All you need to
My
do is
God!
close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness, zoot, zap, pow, crinkle. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Bam! You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement.
Yeah.
I just saw you climb the ladder. You
Fuck
just
you.
climbed it like a regular person.
The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly you hear.
Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring with a backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here.
Okay. Quick save. I am so glad that worked. Okay. Get down, down, down. Can I go? I cannot. Okay. Okay. Do I need a... I might need... Where is my flashlight? Flashlight? Ah, tools. Let's tell. I need to get Kim inside. Tell you are Kim.
Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for a while. It's much easier on this side. The panels on the rails slide once you dust the sand off. With the help of your partner, from the other side, the doors open with a creak.
Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quietly and not make more sound.
Okay. Quick save. Okay. What can we find? Huh? How do I get inside? How do I get inside, Tail? Footprints. But I'd like to get inside, Tail. Ah, thank you.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateurishly depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads,
Let me have a drink.
Mazov. There is a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait.
Ah, dust.
Years worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair, matched by an ample moustache and sideburns, look a bit silly.
My sideburns.
Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder.
Yes, I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
Okay.
You mean like Ruby? No.
Mm-hmm. What did we get? Okay. And what's... Oh! Logic. Yeah. Okay, suggestion and... Okay. Let's continue, Kim. Can we get out of here? Fuck! And what's here? Let me just... I'm so paranoid that I'm going to die. Okay. My god. What is that humming?
There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell.
No, what do you mean? I don't feel it, but we should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh. No, but you are the sensitive one.
He trusts
No
you
thanks.
for this.
Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Pines will do? We'll set in motion events we have no control over.
You will upset the balance of power in Martinez. The deadlock between the company and the Union will destabilize. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail.
Well, we are not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground.
Well, let's
If
hope
you
so.
can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done.
I leave that to your judgment. You already know what I think about cross-pollinating information like this. It's dangerous, but...
He just can't be sure. Maybe it will yield something useful.
I think I see a cavern. Maybe more cellars? I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise.
I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking.
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Either.
Oh damn, I was too fast. Quick save! Always. Oh. Huh? I feel strange.
Suddenly, your entire body
What?
is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice. It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now.
Yeah.
Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse. Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
The voice coming through the whirlwind of pain is not malicious. She doesn't want to hurt you, but she has to.
She doesn't have to.
Doesn't wish to hurt you. Not according to your ear canals. Wait, no, not even your ear canals. This is going directly into your neural pathways. No, buddy, that's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous
Just
ones.
don't die.
Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency.
Does he know Suna?
Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Okay.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the Pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
Awesome.
At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
She's been holed up in here for a while with no one to talk to. Keep her talking, and you just might get an opportunity to break loose.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it. Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through. I built it myself.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond. If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Please.
Damn this.
Oh no.
God damn it. Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
I have one too.
Two-barreled front loader. Remain careful. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
That's a good thing.
Just keep her talking, and you'll get through this.
Nah, maybe not.
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while. So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back. This could have turned out pretty bad for me if you hadn't walked right into 25 bands of ultra-high frequencies. No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching, though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
So she says she didn't do it, and she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the citizens' militia that she distrusts?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
I don't remember actually.
Oh, I knew the kitten had claws, but not like this. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me? My boys? Well, fuck. Those guys liked me, I know it. But this is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
Please. Shut it down.
How the fuck did the rest of you get by? I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it. No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style. Nope. No, I did not. I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types. Plenty of broken people who don't come with that kind of body count. Besides, They're paid well for what they do. I'm listening. Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you. You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time. Wow, now I'm curious. Please, explain. No, not since I was 14 and hanging out in the only diner in Dardun. Haven't been into low-risk, no-reward games since moving to the city.
Okay.
Why? Yeah, and probably some ghosts from the time of the suzerain. I'm not really interested in supernatural mysteries.
What's this about elevators?
The fuck do elevators have to do with anything? Not particularly. Why are you so hung up on elevators?
I seriously don't know.
That's a pretty good question, actually. She clearly doesn't know anything about the secret passage.
I'm not really into old shit for old shit's sake.
Fine.
God damn it!
Don't know it, but also...
Evaluating your competence as a police officer.
The shot couldn't have come from the roof, or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
That didn't go super well.
Mm.
You've got to lay something better on her.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
Did he? I cannot remember anymore.
It really comes as a blow to her.
Okay, great. You got into my lorry on your own. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
No.
Beneath it, she's relieved Tommy didn't betray her.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the union.
Oh no. Kim, han är inte här.
Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum. Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna. It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival. The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Oh, yes, I'm sure.
Fuck, okay.
Anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar. And? A Nachtway 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing. Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
The gun store. Trigger Happy Jacks. What did you think? That I'm going... Yeah.
Okay.
Evidence. Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Can't we just talk normally?
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Well, I think so.
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claus's room, lying on his side. He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal, a leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
Fuck you.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Klasha comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her. Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before. No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
Really now?
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there.
Maybe she
It's like she was another
killed
person.
him. I don't know.
Party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy boy.
Glacia knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed. As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No
Silencer.
nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going...
She doesn't want to talk about this, but not because she has something to hide. She doesn't want the guilt.
Fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
Then why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
Big.
So this is what she was scared to tell Titus. This cop.
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Leverage?
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And why me? You hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Everyone in Jamrock, the cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me my name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
Fuck.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you.
Is that a joke or a threat?
No.
I'm guessing both. Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough. You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
I thought we had an agreement, she thinks. This was not supposed to happen. She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat.
Not yet.
What bunker? Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Fuck. Why she doesn't suit me? Oh.
Did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
I really don't want to hurt you, so...
Oh, fuck it. problem solving.
No, don't do that.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes, it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you? Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
Stop.
A smirk crosses her face as she watches you stand there, mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger.
Oh no.
Watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
Detective, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens to us on this case. Believe me, you can't let this break you.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately. You see a rolled up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
We should put her in the sleeping bag.
The lieutenant nods.
That noise.
There she lies, cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines. Magazines? You should look through them. Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp horror. A motor carriage lies buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship. You also see a collection of radio enthusiast magazines.
See anything?
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine, it's a leather notebook. You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She watches by, motionless.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Okay. Interact. Why?
Thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket. It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. This was important to her when it was still hers. The journal falls open. The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins. It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information.
I actually read faster than he reads.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish it.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism.
Tis.
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though, well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. She is referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense? The first entry is from August 2nd of last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, that name isn't mentioned as far as you can tell. Small wonder. Would you talk about La Puta Madre in your journal? You do see an M though. La Puta Madre. M is mentioned on March 9th and March 15th. Great. M's peon is coming to town, no doubt to investigate the lynching. But also, I feel it in my gut to finally put a bullet in my head while I'm napping in my lorry or on a smoke break. Well, I won't stick around just to twist my own neck by constantly looking over my shoulder. Then again, isn't that what I've been doing ever since I got the call?
What call?
The call? Did M call her personally? Why? Things played out just as she had feared, except you didn't shoot her. Maybe it's the old you, or maybe she was just paranoid. No, not even the old you. No you would do that. Been holed up here for 3 days now. I'm used to being alone and all, but I don't know when I'll be able to leave, or if I'll be ratted out. They will rat me out, of course. I've made it a point to believe in the best in people, the boys, for example. But experience tells me, did M feel truly betrayed by me? I was feeling threatened. He'd have to know if he threatened people, they'd take measures to protect themselves.
Measurehead?
I know that. Economic measures, first of all. Gotta make a living, right? I can still hear his voice in the receiver. Taste the plastic. The entry ends abruptly. The call was a courtesy. He must have held her in high regard to personally tell her he knew about her plan to run drugs for the competition. The most recent entry is from today. It reads, even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed.
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one, he thinks. Don't get emotional.
By the Hardy Boys? By Classier?
No.
No, I don't think you are. Ask someone in your precinct if you want to be sure.
He truly does not believe you are. Perhaps he shouldn't be so trusting. His trust is well placed. You aren't. You can feel it.
Good.
Could have been Titus. Then again, maybe there's a Hardy boy we've yet to meet who acted as his accomplice. Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Okay. And return. Okay, Kim, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. This way. And out we go. Quick save. Let's go. Oh. I don't need that anymore, so 2 guns. Maybe not 2 guns. 1 gun. All on gun and back. Yeah, let's go, Kim. Dun, dun, dun. What then did Glacier do it with the silencer? If she was that calm. Broke the window herself. I don't know anymore. And who's the fucking agent?
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger. You are prepared. Don't put away your friend. Your weapon. Snowflakes suspect the barrels of your VA's 9mm pistol.
Yes, I hear commotion. Let's go.
Good. Be ready to take damage.
Fuck.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Shut up. You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
Oh my god. Väittelystila ihten?
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm.
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kypt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Courty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street. This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Don't sound like that, Titus.
He is facing overwhelmingly superior firepower, and he knows it.
Peaceful.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
The lieutenant is genuinely worried for his life. You should consult him before getting in there.
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
He doesn't want to, but he must.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
The Mercenary Tribunal.
Let's valka Veifel. Maybe not.
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Oh, he's drunk. Losing his balance.
I think he's calmed down a bit.
Pig fuck!
Oh, people are gonna die today. We're not leaving it like this. These tribals hung him up for everyone to see.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle.
No.
The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, the grip of your sidearm feels comforting and warm in your hand. Feels like it's saying, do it. Shoot him in the mouth. Shoot him before he shoots you. Even if it comes to a fight, it's always a good idea to drag it out first. Get under his skin. I don't know about this getting under his skin.
I should have saved before this.
I'm barely keeping your hand from trembling here. Peace. Always peace. It has worked thus far. Start with the first idea you have, then move down from that. Please. Dangerous. Ask about him first. You don't want personal facts about his dead friend coming out of your mouth. He has to start it.
Sergeant Major Raoul Cortiner, reporting in to burn this fucking mud hut to the ground.
As he moves, the interlocking pieces of his armor click softly.
What?
Click, click, click. The realization comes to you like a picture puzzle coming together. His name is Raoul Cortiner. The dead man's name is Elise Cortiner. He's brothers with the deceased.
Why didn't you tell us?
No, probably foster brothers. Elise was put into a foster home, remember?
For killing, maiming, and humiliating our commanding officer. You're all sentenced to death by lead.
sways from left to right, inspecting you.
He wasn't my fucking brother. We just grew up on the same farm and got beat into place by the same sick fuck.
And then the same academy.
Same fucking mud hut town, too.
Okay, good.
Fuck do you mean?
We've heard testimony. People say he was charismatic, a nice guy to be around.
Yeah, he liked to chat up the natives. Share leaflets. Squeeze.
Oh, hello. I did save before this. I just before we left LB's body. That's when we saved. But I think I should have saved a bit later too.
If Laylee was here, he would spare the lot of you. Maybe shoot one for show. But me, I'm not a big fan of public affairs, clay monkey. I'll gun every one of you.
If you are still yell if I'm choosing the wrong decision. Fuck it if it's
Ready to open fire, Major?
No!
This one isn't used to being suited this long. She's uncomfortable. We'll open fire just to hurry things along.
Fuck you, Ten. Oh no.
Our colonel did what he had to do. It was either one cunt or 100 of them.
Is that woman's
Rude here.
ass bear? I will not scream.
In your ship pipes right in the fucking...
What?
He likes to fire mortars at random coordinates. Wipe out mud huts like that. When he gets bored, Laylee knew how to command.
He was a good commander. I can see you miss him.
Oh yeah, he would have commanded this fuckhell way better than I did. That didn't happen, because Hayseed, Bill, and Kipty the Kipt here
Oh,
fucking burned.
I was thinking who the hell are those?
For 2 weeks after, and you fucks did nothing.
We've been going on to case.
Man, we told you we... Told us what? What did you say? Who said that? Tattoo fuck. You'll die first.
No.
Baby Blue, yeah.
Why did you say Baby Blue?
Baby's eyes on a grown man. It was creepy, but bitches like that shit, I guess. Or, I don't know what bitches like. I just know how to mow down cloths. Who? Laylee.
We researched him. We contacted the ICP and looked at his birth records. That was in there. And other things.
They fucking put Laylee in a leaf compactor. And now these cunts finished the job.
Fuck.
There's real anguish in his voice. A drunken sadness suddenly engulfs him.
It's a mindfuck, Corty. He wasn't put in a leaf compactor. They're making it up to fuck with us. Major, permission to...
Open fire. We can't have that. Interfere now.
Find his killer. Cop. His killer stands right there.
No.
Checking his pants. And you're standing in the way, protecting him. I know what this tactic is, Silo Sam. You're gonna die for them. Right here.
No.
Big talk, but that leaf compactor won't leave his mind anytime soon. It's a small thing, but it got him off center.
Fuck. No.
Yes. So what?
You will regret.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Shut up.
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance.
It's even. Fuck it.
International something. International law.
I will die.
Look around, you livestock. We're about to butcher the lot of you. Where is your international law?
There will be ramifications, but there don't need to be. Let's go inside and discuss what
Yeah, we can do that.
has uncovered. We have important.
We're not fucking coming anywhere, Sailite.
Fuck you, pal.
Say something. Get off this trail. Thank God it's only ineffectual thus far. Easy now. Easy. Just tell them these men didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did then? How fucking convenient.
His fingers are twitching. That's a draw reflex. He's about...
You think I'm fucking stupid, cop? What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now, huh? How about the kid?
No.
Magic fucking sniper one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
The Hardy Boys confessed to having them all together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
You're lying.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
Fucking
The shot rings.
Who's hot? Who died?
A low, tinny ring. Then the Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
Oh!
Missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
Damn.
That's bad. You need to stop arguing now. This won't be won by talking about the case. They don't care.
Who the fuck is that?
Glacia, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left!
Fuck!
Unarmed, hunched, but keeping it together.
She left! Her room's cleaned out! Right before these assholes showed up!
We should have arrested her.
You can feel how upset he is with himself. Just for a second. Then the fear takes over and he's back in the moment.
Hey, Bushman! Your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one!
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
Do I really have to?
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Owen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
This talking shit won't help you.
Easy. Easy now.
I will risk it, and if I die, we will speedrun this shit.
What's the matter, loincloth? Mouth full of dick. Think I'm gonna fucking spare you? Rude. Kill him.
Really?
The porcelain man raises his rifle and takes aim at you. His hands are steady. You leap left. A swarm of angry lead passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat. Feels like the lightest of tucks. The man tilts his head, trying to see through the clearing smoke for the next shot. Watch out. To your left. DePaul is about to take a shot too. At Kim.
No!
God, please.
Two shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant's pistol, and the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses. You hear a scream behind you. Glenn, dying in a puddle of blood behind you. His mangled torso has 2 gunshot wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see 2 cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised
Really low.
at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
Yeah. We die. Second time we died. No, third time.
You can't. There is no time. Something inside your pelvis explodes. Your entire lower body is nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
Let it happen.
You're bleeding out. Stay with me. Yes, keep talking. You hear me?
Yeah, I know.
Stay awake.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And a cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away, almost gone. When suddenly, you sense something behind him.
Is Kim going to die too?
A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands. Scream immediately. He's gonna die.
What?
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him. Your hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves like a spring unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him. You hear a roar of pain. A death.
I made a mistake, you know.
The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours. Hurting. Moaning in his sleep. And rotting. And being disinfected.
I dislike you, voice.
Drugs and feeling saliva in his mouth. Drifting in painkillers. Thrashing in his warm sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved. There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon we will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was outside. The clarion call. It was him. He is the infernal engine. He never stops. He only gets worse.
Fucking fuck.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain. It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Sunrise, Arabellum.
What the hell happened?
What happened? We tried to take the diplomatic route and hoped they wouldn't attack first. They did. The Major gave the command.
We didn't die?
As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged. Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive.
This is not the first person to die in his place. He goes on.
Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care. Titus died in the hospital yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Fuck.
Yes. You were bleeding out. I think you said you lied about being an amnesiac, and you warned me. I was able to disarm the Major before he got the jump on me.
Thank you. Although
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened. He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's in we won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage. Yes. This is the one. 5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus, the fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus. All. Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
+1. Ruby.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
His smoking. His hunched back. You have it worse. But he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
Yes. The joke wasn't funny anymore. I took it off.
The close proximity of death must have made the lieutenant contemplate his life choices. He's done with the jacket.
No.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day. 2 days, in and out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water. Sunrise parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Isn't that written on your...
Cops like it. The gates of the harbor are boarded up. The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say. I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely. PT? No need, officer. You wanted things to go south outside. That's okay, we'll do from time to time. They haven't, though. Yet. Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side, thankfully, no major arteries were nicked. The bullet was removed and a bacterial infection treated with mercurochrome. We will see.
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
What does that even mean?
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is. Not very. I have a concussion from the Major beating me with the butt of his gun. I tried to not move too much. Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me.
Get up. Get up. Okay, what now?
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily.
How are you?
The lieutenant doesn't reply. Just looks at you, teetering on your feet.
I honestly don't know. We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines, or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone, and Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know? Guard confirmed she left 20 minutes prior to the tribunal showing up. I don't know. I think the theory you presented, it's someone else, outside our circle of suspects, was right. It better be. Everyone within the circle is either dead or gone. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
The flowers.
What? Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case. You don't have to keep everything. I don't know. That's been there for years. Yes, God cursed the footprints, not solving the case for us. We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
We could find thousands more if we wanted. All of Ravachol is full of them.
But they seemed so mysterious.
No need to be melodramatic.
He arches his brow. The ceiling fan patiently spins overhead.
It really is very hot.
He sounds surprisingly weary. That concussion must be making him dizzy.
No. Are you ready to limp?
Yep.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
A gust of wind blows in from the bay.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Would it have been classier? Using a silencer? Okay. Open. Open the door! Kim, you're on my way. So what's that? I don't think we need to.
You see the same two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman, only now a red thread bisects the room, pointing from the antenna outside to the cupboard on the wall.
This is ballistics. She's left a trajectory for us.
A ray of backward motion explodes from his mouth. It suggests the bullet came from the extreme upper quadrant of possible angles, from a point beyond the roof. B triple prime.
What?
The island in the bay.
Unless she thinks the perpetrator was standing on the ring antenna.
How do we get there?
It seems to point. I remember. She was there that night. She would have known precisely where the bullet hole was in the glass. It also looks like there may be more to her skill set than we know. The question is, should we trust her? I find that hard to believe, but at this point, what difference does it make? So it is.
For a second he seems tired.
I just haven't gotten a lot of sleep these past few days.
He doesn't really believe this will yield anything. The lead is flimsy. You might as well go around Martinez looking under every rock and talking to every person. But what else is there?
Kim, we are going to the fucking island.
Okay, let's go to the fucking island. How do we get there? Joyce Messier had her sloop, but she's gone. Ah, yes, of course. The village. Let's go.
Leave. Oh, we have to walk there. Fuck. No, 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 use the stairs. Are we even close to end? I hope so. I'm determined to play this to the end today. So, how you doing?
Oh, you're up. It's good to see you back on your feet. Did you like your room? You're welcome. I thought it would be nice for you to wake up in a clean place after you, let's be fair, defended this establishment and its clientele from gunfire. Defended may be putting it a bit generously, though. I had a great view of you doing nothing to stop those psychopaths. Then I crawled inside. Bullets started flying. Anyway.
He really wants you to realize that he was also on the balcony looking by, in the danger zone, so to say.
I wish you a quick recovery. Also, you and your partner are staying here free now. This establishment supports cops. The stay is free, the drinks are not. It just felt I needed to specify that.
Good.
Oh, you know, People don't tend to stick around after shootouts. Turns out they're not good for business. I don't remember everyone who comes here, and many people wear sunglasses inside lately. Must be a fad. No problem.
Okay, Kim. Let's go. Wait. Okay. Fuck.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Scar. The lieutenant crouches, touching the fuel oil with his finger.
Looks like it, yes. This is still fresh. It wasn't here yesterday. And blood. Some of it is even yours.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that flammable? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just to see what happens.
Maybe not.
See if it's flammable. It's better that way. Safer.
Okay. Let's go, Kim. We have a boat to take. Places to go. Oh, wait. Do, 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 do. Now we saved the game. Yeah, we saved here. That's all. Yeah. Kim disappeared. What the fuck? Okay. There he is. Don't get... Do it? What? Do what? I'm going to the island. No, I will not set fire on the text. No. Okay, we need your boat.
Officer, what?
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting your knee.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots. Not that we don't hear gunshots all the time, but they were closer than usual.
No, it's okay.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guylaine. It's nothing to be worried
I know that you would like it. You probably did.
You didn't only get shot.
Well, good for you. Of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. It's wind still and the tar just dried. We've got 2 days of relative sunshine ahead. If you promise to bring it back, and no scraping the hull, I just got it nice and yellow, and no drinking on the boat, and no joyriding either.
I haven't been drinking for a long time.
It's only for a day or two. Official police business.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eyes.
Used to be some kind of fortification there before the war. For the communards. An anti-aircraft gun, I think. Bombed to
Am I
bits
close to the
abandoned.
end?
I haven't been there myself. Always steered clear of it.
Damn, I'm so angry for myself that I fucked up that thing.
Well, most of it's sunken. Underwater. That means concrete underwater. Cut your boat if you're not careful. Be sure to enter from the south side. Water's deep there.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you? Just filled her up, but it's a small tank.
Okay, Kim, now we go. Do you know how to use this thing?
A skiff with a small steering engine. Have you made all the necessary preparations? Closed all your...
No.
Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth on this.
Take the engine, Kim. I'll hold the boombox.
What? Fine. Let's blast ça FM then.
We are holding the boombox. Oh my god. I love this. I think you to die again. Right, slow on. I might have to try for a different ending on my own later on, but yeah. But that still looks nice. Well, if there's anyone in the island, now Telenor will come in for them. Damn, it's slow. Huh? Could I have skipped this? Whatever, we've almost tell. One could actually even just swim there. It's not that far away. Oh my goodness. Well, it's winter time, so don't swim. Maybe. And we are home.
The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence. In the silence, a sputter of wings. A flock of quails takes off in the distance. Let's go.
Yeah. And safe. Let's go here first. See what's going on. Oh, damn. Nope.
ICM. This feels familiar somehow.
Insul Indian Citizens Militia. It's the official name of the Communards Army. The black and white army of the revolution.
Sounds an awful lot like.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM. It's impossible to say. It was chaos after the war. The name was good for getting people to join us. Revachol West was mostly workers and criminals. No, an upside-down star.
With its horns in the sky, the symbol of the commune.
After 44 years, That's not nearly enough time to hide what happened here, officer. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns, fuel.
Okay, before... Okay, let's just go there. Oh my god, can you just... Yeah.
An old cylindrical generator is nested above the ammo lift. The lieutenant puts his hand on the metal barrel, checking for warmth.
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired. Liquid carbon. I would imagine it takes mazout. The kind that's favored by vagrants and fuel thieves. It's been a long winter, long and cold.
If anyone stayed here, they'd need a generator.
Downstairs, somewhere?
Okay, let's go there. Okay.
Books and magazines. Most are soft covers. Serialized fantastique and detective stories from the 20s and 30s. This disparate digest includes the classic animal adventures among what is mostly commercial fiction and serialized stories. You find a magazine cathodique for electrical engineering. Then it's back to pulp.
Someone's made themselves a home.
It's really low, but...
Not that you can tell. This is a digest of someone who's dead. Maybe it's a little old-fashioned. There's a nude mag. More than that, you can't say. There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft-cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain, thick as molasses, no longer able to hear yourself speak.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired.
Nope.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hero.
Really, you're not going to say anything about his gun? Fine.
You see a small metal door nested inside.
Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother.
I think there's a console just southeast. Let's look around. Getting the blast door open seems like the best plan.
Go.
Green paint flecks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. The keys rattle like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
The console of an anti-computation device. The generator upstairs, with wires coming out, they terminate here. Possibly. Urgence, ouvert, allumé, radio diffusé. It sounds like this device was used to control the electronics here. Maybe it still does.
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
We need to restore power before using this, officer. The generator, it didn't look like there was fuel in it. We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe one of them still has something in it.
The boat engine.
But officer, then we would have to swim back to the mainland. Let's just look around, okay?
The consul stands by.
Fine. Okay. Oh, I got some clothes. Can we go down here? Okay. Find some oil tin. Oh damn, helvete. I don't know if we can finish this today. Take.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall.
B triple prime. This looks like a good place to shoot from.
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A and 33B. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the whirling in rags. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 10. The doomed commercial area. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags. Its sloped roof, a tiny fleck of light catches your eye on the rooftop. Sunlight reflecting off the upstairs window of Clausia's room.
Do you have a line of sight to the window? I can see it through the scope of a rifle.
But who did it?
Cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like this.
Good. I think we have it, Detective. The origin of the shot. This is the sniper's nest. Why? We don't go everywhere in a 1,000-meter radius of the crime scene. That's not procedure. Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not put guns in their hands or get them drunk.
The lieutenant pauses. Regret comes over him.
We will make up for it. Here. I feel it. Where? I have always assumed it's someone local. We should move now.
Yeah. Okay, we have the oil. Maybe it's the damn old lady. Whose name I already forgot. Okay, add some oil.
This old cylinder. The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the fuel tank as you tilt. Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. The lieutenant flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the old generator up.
Good.
The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a rattle.
That should do it.
Okay. And let's open the door. Dun, 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 dun. Hey.
A dim.
It's on.
Automatic boot. The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Yeah. Can we do something else?
After you. So did I. Not back there, but I felt it since we came here. Don't worry. I have a gun.
I have a gun.
It was not easy to acquire.
Okay, let's go. Ah. Quick save. So many saves. Wait, I didn't see this before. Oh, I didn't take it out. Or did I? I did. Cool. It was you.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours, unclouded by cataracts. His eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
I did. And you opened it. How? I should have burned that console down. Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
It was cool.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music. My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit. It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. It's a 3-Angong 446.
A Samurai rifle. How did you get hold of one?
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it sing.
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board. Yes, I bet you've killed a lot of people with it. You fascist fuck. Have you come to make me one of them?
His right eye twitches. With what? Fear? Rage?
We have come to ask you questions, nothing more. If you do not comply, we will take you in. Do you understand?
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the
No!
forehead.
Put it down now.
Or you're gonna blow my brains out before you question me. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated limb in the sand. His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangon, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
Jacketed, military-grade ammunition, stable in flight, good for hitting something that's very, very far away.
As he speaks, he stresses every word. He's liking this. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him to get a confession in time.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross, Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
The commune of Revachol? Do you
But
mean the
who did
Elysium?
he work?
Your holdover from
But
the...
I don't... Did he really shoot the man?
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia, the army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago. It was hard in the Thames. I didn't have partisan
That's a
training.
nice voice.
I was searching
Oh,
for
and I'm losing my voice.
bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
There were posters, campaigns.
We communards still hoped, and they needed to snuff that hope out. The East capitulated. Martinez and Cold City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Marsov coursing through their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead. At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
In the city, you move underground?
From bunker
How
to
did you get food, Anal?
Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted. The propaganda bunker. I used to, but not anymore.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. I buried them with their leaflets. They killed themselves. 2 young boys. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go underground anymore. It's better in the ruins, on the ground. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth of arms in there. Elmer Graves, right? I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping. Some nights. Ammo scrounging on others. Those McGraves were shit, even before they corroded. Some had bullets in the chamber, however.
The older man looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste d'Insolande. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit.
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But did he really take the aim? Did he shoot? And if he did, why?
Then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
He nods slowly, then another tremor.
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender. I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too. Well done. I won't explain it to a minion of capital.
Okay.
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Yeah, he steals food. Things he needs.
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How is your health, Mr. Dross?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
The RCM can provide medical services. You need to be looked over.
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns. There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund. I have been running out of that stuff.
There's no way he could manage the pain without them. It's safe to say he is addicted to painkillers by now.
It's the little joys. A dark joke, a sunshiny day, morphine.
He looks at you, his face parched from the sun and the wind. There's a wince of pain in there somewhere.
Is he gonna die?
43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget.
He was in the village?
He just could. He nods, but he can now.
What have you been doing during all...
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
Where it's morning, on Rue de Saint-Gislain, people are walking. The gas street lights have already been switched off. Further inland, in Jamrock, the streets come alive with workers. Men, women, children rushing. Muddy avenue after muddy avenue. The temperature is rising. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. 2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects giant letters across the plaza mosaic in dark red government-marked heavy fuel oil. Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smelling of petroleum. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting. For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. I am not a fool. I know. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try. What? There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce. I've used it for killing people.
Have you killed someone lately? I'm sorry, my voice.
Killing people?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
Interesting. During or after the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. This is it. You can feel it, like battery acid on the tip of your tongue. Something you haven't felt in a while. But this is what you live for. This is the shit.
What?
The great serotonin jackpot. The solution. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like the... No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
I don't want to tell you anything, you grotesque murderer.
And why did you think that was a good idea? Don't listen to me. I'm wrong all the time.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in.
Oh yes, that one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the Commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
You had direct visibility. There are embrasures in the concrete, specifically meant for a top follower to use. And you had a long-range rifle in your possession. You have been here a long time, Mr. Dross. Too long. You need medical aid.
I'm ready to do it. I've done my part. Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
You're lost, Dwat. You're lost. Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
A drop of blood in the saliva. That's right. Pile it all on him now.
Not a lot of guns around that use military-grade ammunition, are there?
It's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistol. I've seen you prance around with that. Jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? Good. This feels good, doesn't it?
Oh.
Thanks.
Murder.
Like a marionette on some invisible string. This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more. Wait, here it comes. There were Maybells in the grass when you got here. They're revolutionary symbols from the war.
So did Glassy pay you?
Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Classier's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up. You got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul. Maybe don't beat yourself anymore, though. You're not immortal.
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too? The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away. Klaasje.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst. Don't leave any loose ends. Get him on everything.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa.
Show me the souls, please, Mr. Dros.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sensory. You see their V-shaped logo, but can't make out the size. These are not the unusual horizontal patterned souls you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Racking those brains, are you? Desperate to report
So much going
something back
on.
to your masters. They must have really loved that dead fuck.
The lieutenant gives you a quick sideways glance and nods to acknowledge. The prints were his. You can see it in those eyes. He can't keep them from flickering, looking for something. The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood. Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds. Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
The lieutenant raises his right arm to hush you. Hush. He does not need to be pushed anymore. The ball is rolling, while the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her. Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. Or what's left of it, anyway.
So he was just working on his own?
Spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Mr. Dros, are you aware you're confessing to murder?
Yes.
And you were looking at Dan, the victim and a young woman, having sex, through the scope of your rifle that night, before you shot him?
The old man nods.
Why?
Because that's what they were doing.
The motive. This is where the motive is going to come from. You can coax it out of him. The lieutenant's preparing the ground.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always looking.
Are you always looking through the scope of a rifle? I'm just trying to understand.
A rifle's scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like it?
Click. Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
You've got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
The strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It's strict.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst. Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
Oh, you saw them too.
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing
He's
balls
dead.
all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Koyamoran, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children. That's all the rich really want.
Just
Sex.
keep silent. He's talking now.
Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. Ask about that cock on parade too. Make sure you get everything here.
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A Patank maniac race traitor.
Okay, Tim.
I remember him from La Noce. Not him personally, his make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. That one. Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dross, shoot me. calm down. I'm not angry. I adore him. He reminds me of everything we fought for. At least we killed that Fisetto and his kingsman. Glad. It's all gone. Them fucking. I didn't like that. Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore. And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second. Writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
This man has seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to see her covered in blood, to punish her.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
While he stands here and rots. The old man raises his gaze. Something glimmers in the corner of his black eye. A bitter taste on his tongue.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know. Woman.
And inexplicably, it doesn't go with his pained voice.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement. That's it. Motive. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
We don't know where she is.
Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, this last week, kept staring at the island at night, crying or smoking on the roof, like she knew I was here. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, snow falls on 40-story towers. Above them, Elysium Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the snowy sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft. On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south, smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it a dark strip of ruins, barely visible, if she didn't squint her eyes. The old man has fallen silent, staring at your feet. The burnt logs in the fire are moist from the sea air.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the erratic movements, fidgeting, and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear. The lieutenant continues, like an incantation.
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be given legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days. Do you understand? Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
You thought you heard something, but it's just the reeds.
Maybe we could all fit in there. Actually, no. Not really. We could escort him to the pier, then either one of us can take him inland while the other stays here, but...
But then, who watches him while you're coming back here?
You come back for me? How about I go and send a boat back for you?
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't...
Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
This is no harmless old man.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
No, listen. Listen now.
No, it would take a whole day on this island. You go and transport the prisoner. I'll be here. I can escort him to the pier with you.
This world? What are you talking about? Is this... us?
Your skin is crawling suddenly.
What? Does it end here? What happens? Oh! That's the... Oh! That's the tin.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
Yes, it is.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head.
No wonder it wasn't in the labs. That's huge.
You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand rise instinctively.
See what exactly? A bug?
I can see it.
Nice.
4 simple words. Thank God. If you can see, then you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very, very careful.
So, what should we do now? Let's just... Yeah, and... Oh, we have so many points right now. Okay. Hey.
The creature stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from its head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss. Like a reel-to-reel machine spinning.
Going to die?
The tape breaks. Slowly, with your breath held, you take 2 small steps toward the phasmid. The creature lets out a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. Sweat drips from your brow. Soak in your chest. You reek of it. Your chemicals. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed by the camera. It remains fixated on you.
Okay.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back. I'll shoot. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air
Whoa.
like the blade of a sword. The phasmid freezes in its bright light. Head turned toward the lieutenant, hypnotized by the flash. It stands frozen before you. The sweat on your arms feels cold as ice, as if you're frozen as well, in the shadow of this great statue
Nice
of
picture.
Titan's marble.
I got it.
God, I didn't think we would see it.
For all time. The antennae hang from a great height. With your hand shaking, you barely touch the tip of the left whisker. On contact, the kiting curls into a spiral, like the tip of a poison ivy. Its touch on your fingertip feels cold, ticklish. It is surprisingly delicate, the curly end of the whisker, like a young vine.
Yeah.
A shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts back to life, like a record continuing where it left off, in a swaying, praying motion. Even the small black pearls of its eyes do not stray from you. No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming slowly.
Oh.
The foam is white, then yellowish.
Careful. It may be poisonous.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst,
Goddamn.
by one. As you back off, the phasmid also takes a step back into the reeds. Something tells you the next time you engage and disengage, it will probably flee. The arthropod follows you with its antennae. As you back off, the cracks and hisses of the tape that's come to its end grow more distant.
Okay, so Kim.
Yes?
Okay.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now. Nothing. Nothing is what he tried to say. There is nothing. Only the reeds for him. The reeds and devastation.
Well, fine. Let's do it then.
Hissing and clicking. The insect suddenly. There is silence. As you do, the invertebrate comes to life, its limbs moving independent of each other, as if each has a mind of its own. They are white, like stalks of porcelain, knitting above you, praying to you. Unwittingly, the insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures still pretending to be plants rustle along on its joints. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
I exist. Tell me what it's like for you. Then I will tell you what it's like for me. Fire? Where? That is your problem. Nothing ever ends for me. There is only room for 2, maybe 3 pictures in my mind. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist, shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations, a swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never burn. Few of us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation, even when you're sleeping, and when you wake, you carry it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you. That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you.
Good to know.
And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater. I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molting, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys, and when unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain, also by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Samanese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Rebosho, district of Martinez, March 51. Now, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class. She was middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface.
It goes away. There it goes.
And just like that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water, and something under it. In the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
What?
It's gone. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have a look.
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Let me look at that. Kim. There's nothing else. Okay.
What is it? What do you want to see?
Mr. Dras?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing. A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. His hands are trembling, and he breathes slowly.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem, doesn't it, Mr. Dras?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should. Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dras could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
I lost.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a Magpie Phasmid. This sight is a T9, Mr. Dras. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being. The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The strength is all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help.
Yeah, okay. Let me just... Items? Oh, that's it. Shall I turn? Okay, Kim, let's go. Quick save! This way. Wait, which way did we? Fuck, I don't remember the way. Okay, I cannot find the way. Oh no, I'm lost. So fucking lost. Oh yeah. This way. And let's go out. So he was just... I have to think about this. For a while. Good story still. Okay, let's go.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
We are done here.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet.
What? No boombox?
But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
So someone is waiting for us?
Look what the tide brought him.
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it. Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
Well, thank you.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen.
Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton. Actually, are you? Are you still a cop? There's so much disco going on, it's hard to tell.
Vic, calm down.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Sid, have you been lying for me to me?
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Amar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstein, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us.
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your actions.
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now.
That voice.
What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we? Here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Visions. All must pay.
Yes, I'm Trent Heilerstein. I never said I wasn't Trent Heilerstein. Mikhail? Mikhail's my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead. And Mikhail wanted to see Martinez. It was a coincidence.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence. It's difficult to see, but he was worried about you. And also interested in the Feld building.
Again, I was asked to share my take on some of the more fringe academic theories developed in Königstein in the 30s. For example, partial psychotraumatic.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart. Let's move on. Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to butter you up after you told us to fuck off. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force. He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit, under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicamar. Ring any bells? He doesn't remember.
See?
Yeah, that's the cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
And people on the street helped us too, with your whereabouts.
You're a legend among the drunks, Harry. A legendary local drunk. The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry.
He is. He's getting better. And I can confirm that he drank a lot of alcohol prior to it happening.
I believe he drank. People do that, especially this one. What they don't do is forget their whole life because of drinking.
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before. Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for it to end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Leadership, now.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the party? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension? Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry? Ah, so refreshing. He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip.
Well, I don't want to lie.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the...
Fuck.
He found it. He found it, Jean. It's his badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural state.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it.
I haven't been to Elysium as well.
Corpse then.
He's wounded. It's been a long week and he's handled an actual corpse.
What you've discovered? You let the suspect escape, a certain Clasier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
We've read the reports, Harry. Lieutenant Kitsuragis. We know.
Oh, well, if she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect, the one who shot herself in the head, or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could.
Thank you, Kim.
The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals. He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been. Detective, it's better if I do that.
It's so much better if he does this. 1,000,000 times better.
Okay.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the boring cop issue. Despite all the obvious and almost grotesque mannerisms and sartorial choices, he still insists he isn't characteristic enough. It's worrying, especially considering his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a Mazovian socio-economist. He wants to liquidate the ruling class, which, again, for a police officer, is a little odd.
You should yell something. Yes, let's let the big boys talk.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, something I was not present for. But despite all this, he is a great detective, one of the best I've seen, in fact. He can talk human beings into telling him everything, and he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential. He is tireless, madly driven. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Yeah, and I it was for you, that song.
Yeah, it was what it was.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species.
A new species?
A colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo and shows it to the officers across the yard. Thick white snow falls all around you. Flakes stick to the glossy photo of the phasmid. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Not really.
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes, it really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his hat. Now you make your case. Now is the time. Now or never.
I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude?
Anything that ends the trial is okay with me.
Agreed.
This was a trial?
The potential of this is too valuable to let go.
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
Now you will finally get to know who you are. The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Well, first I will go back to my station and write the most detailed report anyone has ever seen. It will have to be good to cover all these. Then I will have a serious talk with my captain. Detective, we just stopped a small-scale war. Something is happening to Revachol. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. We need to get ready. Infiltrate. Investigate.
Distant traffic. A scrap of newspaper drifts by, carried by the wind.
Would you like to join me?
Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather not ruffle the feathers of 2 captains with my doom-mongering. Work with Price? I'm flattered, but I don't know if I...
Would fit in. Am crazy enough. Can take the stress. He doesn't know how to finish the sentence. This truly came as a surprise to him. Not a bad one, but he's at a loss.
Flattered? You're Lieutenant Kitsuragi. We would be flattered if you even considered.
I would have to tie things up in GRIH first. But, I mean, whatever is coming, Jamrock will be more central to it than the harbor.
And we also have a huge caseload, Lieutenant. Piles that we need to get back to. Mountains, even.
I do like the sound of that.
Yay! Achievement! Like with Detective Kim Kitsuragi.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
The great district hums in the slowly falling snow. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the white horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course.
What the fuck?
Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Ptolemy Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll side with the people. Understood. Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Is this the end? Huh? Oh, he's helping us. Thank you, even though you kinda hate us. Oh. And that's how it ends. Oh my goodness. So, this was a longer stream that I was going to have, but my god, I did not want to end it. So much was going on and I just wanted to see the end. I didn't see we would see the past-mid. It was fun. And I will try and get another ending on my own so that the people won't die. But I will do that on my own time. But yes. Anyways, thank you for today. See you tomorrow.